Pray for blessing, pray for better living. Are you feeling good tonight? This thing got me thinking of life.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you guys how I did this goddess braids. The reason I like this method in particular is because it gives that human hair ends vibe as opposed to that bulky goddess, obviously synthetic looking vibe. So the hair that I used for this particular look was the Rua 3X braid pre-stretch hair, and I used free twist deep twist braiding hair, and I cut the free twist deep twist braiding hair in half so that way it's not so bulky when I use it. I literally just use the most thin pieces to create this look, and I hope you guys enjoy this. So obviously you're going to start off with the regular 3-strand braid, or if you were to do the knotless version of this, you would start with the knotless technique. But for her hairstyle, we're just doing the regular box braids. So I'm just starting off braiding it with the Rua 3X braid. This braiding hair is very soft to touch. That's why I like it, because we won't be dipping this hair into hot water. So it's very important to use braiding hair that is very soft and has movements naturally. And I noticed that this Rua hair is very lightweight and it has very little flyaways, as you can see. I haven't trimmed the hair yet or anything, and the flyaway is literally slim to none. And it has really easy movement, right? So it's not stiff. It doesn't, it doesn't have that stiff braid look. So even if you don't dip it in hot water, you still get mobility with your braids. So as I get to the bottom of my braids, I just take that free twist hair that I cut in half. I take it and I apply it onto the braiding hair, the hair that I'm braiding right now at the bottom. I braid it down a little bit to where it gets really close to the ends, and then I take the braiding hair, the free twist hair, and I add it to the hair and I continue to braid down. With this technique, I'm not going to be using any glue. I'm not going to be using any adhesive to nail glue, whatever. I'm not using that. I will simply be tying a knot using the curly part of the braids at the bottom. So I'm going to braid down as far down as the straight hair can cover, and then I take a little strand of that curly hair that I just added at the bottom, take a little bit of that and just tie it into a knot to kind of secure it in place. With this technique, you wouldn't need to add any glue. The hair is going to stay put. It's not going to unravel, and we will not be cutting off any pieces of hair when we're done. So you just want to braid down as far down as possible. That is the key. Braid down as far down as you can, and then take a little piece of that curly hair and tie the ends. You want to braid down to where the straight hair ends, okay? So that's your objective. You don't want the straight hair to be too noticeable, so you want to braid down as far down as you can, and then take that curly hair and tie a knot, and this is what the hair looks like. So I'm going to do a couple for you guys and let you guys watch and see what I'm doing. I'm not going to fast forward this video at all. You're going to watch it in real time, real speed, and so that way it's easy for you to catch. But yeah, this method, it literally gives you that a feathered human hair end style without using human hair for this look, and it still gives you that freedom and mobility. And if you want to take this a step further and get that look, you can do the knotless technique and then add the free twist hair to the bottom with this technique, and you will have the most absolutely stunning and beautiful results. So try it out, play around with it, and see what you can come up with. like you can't even see that straight piece at all. So I always offer this technique for like clients that want more of the same look but like at an affordable price, because you know human hair is very expensive, so not everybody can afford to use human hair for their braids. So if you have clients that want the look but you know don't necessarily have the budget for it, then you can offer this service in particular to them. If you're interested in booking this particular service with me in Dallas, Texas, you can book it under Goddess Box Braids. Now I have different goddess look option available for my clients. I have the Gypsy Goddess available, and then I have the regular Goddess. This will be booked under Medium Goddess. This will be booked under Medium Goddess Box Braids, and it will cost you $280. So it's very, very affordable with me, as opposed to getting the gypsy braids that we did earlier, I think maybe a week or two ago on my channel. That one is like for medium size is $450, and that's because we, you know, the hair and the technique, everything is different. So yeah. So when you're done, all you need to do is trim the hair. As you can see, I will not be cutting the ends because I braided down as far as I could to cover the straight braiding hair that we braided with. So I don't need to cut it off because it blended really well with the curly hair at the end. So there's really no need. So yeah, just trim your hair. Mind you guys, this is synthetic hair, so we will not be dipping this hair into hot water. If you want to do a test strand to see if hair would do well, if curly hair would do well in hot water, just take a piece of that curly hair and dip it in hot water before your client comes, just to see if you would be able to dip your braids in hot water if you use the curly hair. If the hair straightens, then obviously you can't use it. This particular free tress hair, when you dip it in hot water, it goes straight. I know because I did a test strand. So what I'm doing right now is just applying some mousse onto her hair. This is just to add some moisture and then kind of help me with the steam of the towel I will be using in a minute, because when I put the mousse on her hair and use that hot towel to go over the mousse, it helps any flyaways that I may have missed out. It kind of helps lay it down a little bit, so that's why I'm doing this step. And plus, it's just nice to give your clients a little cooling moisture feeling when you're done braiding, because the hair has been through a lot of tension while you're braiding. And I'm just working it through the hair, making sure that it saturates through the braids at the bottom. And then I'll be taking a hot towel. Oh, before that, actually, you can use any curl activator for your ends, and just kind of caution your clients that this is not human hair, so they will have to take extra care of the curly hair at the ends. And I'm just taking a hot towel. The steam is just gonna lay down any flyaways and kind of give the hair a little more, just make it feel more relaxed, so that way she can kind of move it and it's not so stiff, especially the traditional braids, they tend to be a little stiffer when you first get them done. But yeah, that's about it. I will not be dipping this hair in hot water. You could just use the steam to kind of loosen up the tension a bit. And yeah, advise your clients to also invest in any curl activator to maintain the curls, because free tress hair tends to freeze. So you want to make sure they're able to get the best experience with this hair. So just advise them on what product to use. And that is it for my tutorial, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you thumbs it up, make sure you subscribe and leave a comment, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Have a merry day and God bless.